Life is a never-ending series of tests and battles. The best thing you can do is prepare for the future battle, because you can be sure, as you are, that the sun will rise, that a battle will come. I guarantee you that life you dream of with no problems doesn't exist, because and if you ever do find that life, it is torturous. Every single man of value went through trauma. It's going to be painful to get strong, painful to get rich. Your heart's going to get broken a bunch of times. You have to be prepared for the pain. If you're not ready for pain, you're never going to be anything that matters. Like I said, I am glad for everything that happened to me. I wouldn't change a thing. I thank God for all of it. So truthfully, I think I'm lucky. I've been blessed. The reason I talk about these things is not to tell people I've had a hard life. It's to make it clear to people who are complaining about their own lives that the bad things that are happening to you are what you need to become the man that you want to be. I can't talk about women because I'm not one. I actually think trauma is terrible for women because it masculinizes them. They become cold, and that's not attractive, right? We want feminine, pure, protected women. I don't want a woman to ever go through anything bad in her life. I think a man should go through it for her and protect her, because I think that's how she's her best self as a woman. But I think to be your best self as a man is the absolute opposite. And when someone emails me and says, this has happened to me, I'm like, good. How else are you going to become important? How else are you going to find endless the fire to get up and struggle in the face of the competition that's out here in the world? You're gonna do all that with a nice cushy life. If any man's the honest with himself, think about the biggest transformative stages in your life. Think about the times you got the most work done. It was a bad part of your life. You were heartbroken, or you lost a house or broke or whatever. That's when you did underscore. When everything was fine, it's kind of duped it. Little by little, do a little bit of work. Do a little bit of relax, but the big events come from trauma. It's a cheat code. It's a cheat code to climb the mountain. So when I get a message from whoever and he goes, my wife left me, I'm devastated, I say, I understand. I completely understand how hard it can be to lose a woman that you've given your entire lives to. If you're truly heartbroken, my friend, and we've all been there as men, you better hit the gym. We have nothing else to do. Then stop watching YouTube. Stop emailing me. I want pictures of you in the gym. Get underscore. Work hard breaks. A fantastic motivator. As is depression, as is sadness. Great. Look at what's pissing you off and make sure it never happens again. If you were jacked and rich as underscore, she probably wouldn't have left you as. So get your underscore together. Trauma is such an important part of being a man, and the Matrix talks of trying to say that trauma is terrible and avoid trauma. Or if you get trauma, take a pill, and that's unrealistic. Trauma is going to happen to you, and you as a man need to internalize it, accept it, and weaponize it to become the best version of yourself you can be. And that requires mental strength and stoicism. You need to get very comfortable and very used to the idea of understanding that on your path to greatness, there are going to be long periods of time where you hate what you are doing, where you are dissatisfied with the actions you must undertake, where you are tired, where you are stressed. That is why most people won't make it. If the path was easy, everybody, it would walk it and it would lead nowhere. 100 people start the path, 99 fall off because it is difficult. And the one person who makes it to the end gets the gold. If all 100 made it to the end, and if the gold was divided by 100, it wouldn't even be worth anything. The difficulty gives it value. The fact that it is difficult to do is the key component into the fact you want it in the first place. If it wasn't difficult, everyone would have it, and you wouldn't want it, because no one would respect it. It's supposed to be hard. Life is supposed to be hard. You're supposed to think this is terrible and smile through the pain, regardless. Discipline is the key to success in all realms as a man. And if you lack it, you stand no chance. You can give most people a roadmap to success. You can give him a Ferrari with a full tank of gas, and a lot of people still wouldn't make the destination because they would say the drive is too far away. There are duties that men must fulfill, whether to God or to your bloodline. Your own father is ashamed of you, and you don't even feel underscore motivated to do underscore. If you were to go and look your father in the eye and said, you know what, I could have been a UFC champion, so I could have been multimillionaire, I could have been a race car driver, I could have been a underscore nuclear physicist, could have done all these things, but I was busy on porno. You think he's going to be proud of you? As good as I am, I still push myself to the limit every single underscore day. I have every single thing a man could possibly want. I'm still pushing myself. This is your prerogative as a man, but you need to be instilled with a sense of duty to your bloodline. You want it. You need to want it deep inside. When your soul, I can't die as anything less than emperor. I think all men are born with a masculine desire to conquer earth. And I think you're only going to be happy if you're conquering, but if you're living a semi-comfortable life and your mother is nice to you and you're not under any pressure and the matrix is telling you it's fine to just be average, well, then you're going to be sitting there being average. I was never comforted. I was never given an easy life. So I never had anyone in my life who was saying, don't worry, Andrew, it's okay. I was told the opposite all the time. I don't know if the fire inside of me is any bigger than it is inside of every other man. And I think that the man at home watching this, if they don't have the things they want in life, should feel a degree of resentment towards themselves or disappointment, understanding that they have the same desire and drive that I have. They just allowed themselves to be scoped out of it. They've allowed the matrix or whoever to convince them it's okay to not be the man they could be. And I never allowed anybody to do that to me. And there's a lot of men out there, especially in the world today, who only want to do things because they feel a certain way, not understanding that that doesn't make them competitive. And I think that the correct mental model for men to have is a degree of stoicism and not to be too concerned with even how they feel. If I woke up today happy, I would have done this interview with you. If I woke up today sad, I would have done this interview. What's the difference? Why put so much important on my emotion? If certain things must be done, I must work, I must train, I must resist the matrix. I've got things to do. So why are we going to sit around and talk about how I feel if it doesn't even affect how I act? And as a man, it shouldn't, because there's too much to do. And the masculine world is hyper competitive. All the women want few men at the top. It's hyper competitive. So if you're competing against every other man for every dollar, you make every girl, you see the house, you live in the car, you drive the life you live, you're not going to be able to compete with the person who performs regardless of how they feel. If you only compete when you feel like competing, making things happen is the masculine essence to how you should approach the world. Women hate when something happens to a man they like. When a man happens to things, if you're a man, you sit there and go, oh my God, it's so cold and it rained on me. A woman's going to think you're gay, and she's right. A real man, he will go out there and do and happen to things. He won't have things happen to him he doesn't take things because that's feminine. So you're here trying to take things from the universe, whether they that are good or bad, that is feminine. You need to go and you need to give to the universe. You need to give, and then there will be a reflection, an equal and opposite force, Newton's third law, and you will be monumentally rewarded. You have to go and get things. You have to show that you deserve them, and you should be very careful when you talk in general, especially around women, talking about things happening to you. So I could say to a woman, the Romanians locked me up and put me in jail and took all my cars. Instead, I say I told the truth against the Matrix, and they feared me. So they counterattacked. I did it to them. They didn't do underscore to me. I did it to them. And when they counterattacked, I used it as an opportunity to do more push-ups than ever before. I've never done so many daily push-ups in jail, and I became a more formidable opponent. I became a better version of myself. So who won? I'm still breathing. I'm still renowned. I'm still alive. Who won here? I won. I got to explore a brand new level of the map. I got a brand new experience. I got to build further on my mental fortitude. Where's the loss? What did I lose? Some money.